Welcome to episode 2 of the Ultimate Bobber Build. Today's goal is to get the wheels on, which means I gotta get the swing arm on and I gotta get the forks on. I wanna show you guys a couple things you can do when you're doing a bike build this big to keep things organized. I've got all my parts here labeled in Ziploc bags to keep everything organized. I got my axles all put back together again. Over here I have a table with all the parts laid out on it. You can see everything's laid out, nice and organized, and it helps me organize what parts I have and what I don't have. Here's the wheels back from powder coat. I went with a candy red, looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Over here is the parts for the forks and for the swing arm. These go in the swing arm. These are new sills and bushings and stuff for the forks. These need to go in here, and you can see there's powder coating in here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take my little Dremel tool and I'm gonna clean that powder coating out of there so we can get that swing arm on. Let's get busy. Alright, so now it's time to assemble the forks. I'm going to replace this lower bushing here. Just pry that open, slide that off. Come on, baby. Clean that up. Feels a little gritty. Slide on the new one. Make sure it clicks in place. Make sure you put this on. And then we're going to slide it into the fork tube. I already cleaned the inside of the fork tube with gasoline. When you get things powder coated, there's a lot of sandblasting involved, so you want to make sure this is really clean inside. So then we want to put in the screw in the end here. You got to use a long Allen wrench for this. Look how long that is, because this is kind of down in there. So drop it down. Lean this kind of sideways and kind of drop it in like that. That way you don't lose it. And there it goes. You don't need to tighten this down too tight just yet. Let's just put the hand snug, because then we want to put in the other bushing and the seal in here. So I have this Motion Pro tool here that I got from Tucker.com for driving those in. So first thing we want to do is put in the new bushing. We use a washer here to help drive it in. Just bring those down into there. Grab this here. First time I've ever used one of these, so hope it works. Pin this and locks it down. Yeah, that fell right into place. Leave the washer there. Then you want to put on the new seal. So we just carefully slide this on here. Careful not to roll over the edge. Okay. Let's put a little bit of fork oil on here just to kind of loop things up so it slides together better. Now I'm going to use this old washer to drive the seal in to the fork here. So let's slide that down. Just tap it lightly till you feel it stop. Washer back out. Now you want to make sure that the seal is below this little clip groove here. So it looks like it's all the way in. So now we take one of these little clips, bring it down, and you just put this in with your fingers. Just start at one end and just kind of roll it around. And you take a flathead screwdriver and push it down till it snaps into place. It's not really snapping into place, so let's drive that seal down a little bit further. Put this back on, and that. Okay, that's better. Try this again. Boom, did you hear that snap? It's in place. That's it, this one's ready to go on. So I'll do that to the other fork, and then we'll put them on the bike. Okay, I put the forks in just part way so I can put oil in them, and once I get my 12 ounces of oil on each leg, I'll slide them up into the upper triple clamp here. Alright, well, believe it or not, I didn't have a measuring cup, but I found a 12-ounce beer, and the beer was up to the bottom of the label, so I filled this up with fork oil. So sometimes you just gotta MacGyver these things. Also, I don't have the fork springs in the forks right now. Helps easier to get the oil in it without the springs in it. Okay, that does it for this episode. Let's take a look at what we've done to the bike. We got these Arlen Ness Billet aluminum fork boots. They look like rubber boots, but they're actually made out of aluminum. We got a nice twin power front disc. I chose this disc because it had the black center, matches the bike better. Performance Machine double piston front brake caliper. The caliper before was a single piston and worked terrible. We have a new Roland Sands bolt here, which is nice. I put new caps on here just because the old ones were kind of scratched. On the back wheel, I already had this piece here, the pulley. I just had it powder coated, and I had the back wheel powder coated just like the front wheel, candy apple red. We got another twin power disc on the rear. I had this bracket powder coated, the swing arm powder coated. I didn't put the rear brake on yet because I'm gonna have to pull the back wheel off to get the back fender put on. So I love these tires. These are Avon tires. The back is a 150/70/18, nice and beefy tire. For the front, I went with a 130/80/18. I have 18-inch 88 spoke rims on this bike, which is unusual. You normally don't have 18-inch rims on the front and on the back. Don't forget, I also put all new seals and bushings on the inside of the forks, fresh oil. All right, guys, make sure you come back for the next episode. Probably put on the handlebars, the hand controls, get the foot controls figured out, and yeah, it's coming together. Also, any modification you see me put on this bike will be listed in the description below with the name, the price, and the part number. Make sure you guys visit tucker.com for all your motorcycle needs, replacement parts, modifications, and go check out the Patreon for this build where Speed and Strength's giving away 3 sets of head-to-toe riding gear. That's helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, boots, the works, 3 different sets. And I will see you guys in the next episode.